Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. What if I told you that somewhere out there, far beyond the stars we know, beyond the reach of our satellites and telescopes, there's a place where the laws of physics don't always apply? A place where time can bend and twist, where gravity pulls in strange ways, and where being so unlike us compete in sports unlike anything humanity has ever imagined. Now, imagine that in this place, a football match was about to unfold. But this wasn't just any match. It was the ultimate clash. Earth's greatest football legend, Ronaldo, standing alone against an entire team of elite alien players. A match watched by millions across galaxies, with stakes so high that the very fate of civilizations hung in the balance. Sounds impossible? Unbelievable? You're not alone. But what actually happened during those 90 minutes could shatter everything you thought you knew about sports, humanity, and the universe itself. What would you do if you were Ronaldo? Stepping into an arena where the crowd isn't cheering in any language you recognize, where some spectators glow with light instead of skin, and others float instead of sit, where the field itself shifts beneath your feet, warping in impossible ways. You know your skills are unmatched on Earth. But here, what if gravity shifts mid-match? What if the ball moves unpredictably? Not because of the players, but because the rules of reality are bending. Could you adapt? Could you fight against players who might have 6 legs or wings or bodies made of pure energy? Could you keep your cool when the crowd is a sea of eyes from planets you've never heard of? What if the match isn't just a game? What if this football showdown is actually a secret test, a cosmic ritual, deciding who gets to lead the next era of intergalactic peace? What if the alien team strategy isn't just a win, but to send a message, a warning, or even a threat? And what if Ronaldo's every move could spark a chain reaction that no one sees coming? Could this be the moment humanity is judged? Imagine billions watching, across time zones on countless worlds. This isn't a friendly match. This is a battlefield disguised as sport, a test of endurance, skill, and willpower, where losing means more than defeat. It can mean exile, war, or losing Earth's place among the stars. But what actually happened? Did Ronaldo's incredible talent win against impossible odds? Or did the alien team unleash powers no human had ever encountered? Did the match end in glory or disaster? Were there moments so shocking, so surreal, that no one could believe their eyes? And most importantly, what would you do if you were watching? Would you dare to believe in an outcome so extraordinary it could rewrite history? Would you stay and watch till the very last second? Or would you turn away, unwilling to face what's coming? The truth is stranger than fiction. And what happened during that match, you won't believe it. Stick around, because every second is about to change the way you see the game, and maybe even the universe itself. Ronaldo wasn't just a star player of Earth. He was the entire hope of humanity, standing alone against some of the most extraordinary athletes the galaxy had ever seen. But unlike the aliens who arrived decked out in futuristic gear, or glowing with bioluminescent tattoos, Ronaldo appeared surprisingly ordinary. He walked into the colossal Nexus Coliseum locker room, carrying a well-worn duffel bag, the kind you'd see any local footballer lug around before a weekend game. His signature cleats were scuffed from years of play on Earth's roughest pitches, and his practice jersey clung to him like a second skin. Simple, unpretentious, human. While the alien players performed intricate warm-ups that involved manipulating gravitational fields or adjusting energy suits, Ronaldo cracked a grin and casually asked a nearby technician, "Hey, anyone got a coffee? I need something stronger than this atmosphere." The other competitors glanced at him, some amused, others skeptical. How could a single human, with no advanced tech, no superpowers, just raw skill and determination, hope to match up against beings who could literally shift shape, teleport short distances, or bend physics with a flick of their limbs? But Ronaldo never cared much for appearances or expectations. With a relaxed swagger and a confidence born from decades of proving doubters wrong, he was ready to show the universe what humanity's heart and grit really meant. The Galactic football tournament was no ordinary competition. It was the ultimate proving ground for skill, strategy, and honor, held once every millennium in the legendary Nexus Coliseum. Teams from dozens of star systems had gathered, each boasting athletes with abilities that defied human understanding. Yet, amid all the advanced species, one name caused a ripple of disbelief and quiet whispers: Ronaldo, the lone human contender. Standing opposite him was the tournament's reigning champion, Zyrax the Unyielding. For over 3 centuries, Zyrax had remained undefeated, clad in shimmering armor forged from neutron star metal. His every move spoke of tradition, discipline, and an unbreakable will. He was the embodiment of the old ways, a warrior whose tactical mastery was renowned across galaxies. Zyrax eyed Ronaldo with a mix of disdain and curiosity. "A human?" he muttered under his breath, his voice echoing through the arena's calms. "Statistically, your chances are nothing but a cosmic joke." The odds were clear. Ronaldo faced a team of aliens with superhuman speed, shape-shifting abilities, and centuries of experience playing in zero gravity. Meanwhile, he was armed only with his earth-honed skills, instincts, and an iron will to prove that humanity deserved its place on the cosmic stage. But as the crowd's anticipation roared louder than the nebulas outside, one thing was certain. This match would challenge everything anyone thought possible. As the other competitors prepared for the match with elaborate rituals, Ronaldo kept things refreshingly simple and completely unexpected. While alien players stretched their limbs by manipulating gravity fields or adjusting their bioenergy suits, Ronaldo was busy doing classic jumping jacks and push-ups on the sidelines. A few crystalline beings nearby flickered brightly, apparently amused by this primitive warm-up. One curious gaseous alien hovered over, swirling in a tight spiral, and asked, "Is that your preparation ritual? It looks inefficient." Ronaldo chuckled and wiped sweat from his brow. "Hey, I keep it simple. You don't fix what's not broken. Plus, this stuff actually works." Moments later, a silicon-based player tried to imitate Ronaldo's routine, wobbling awkwardly and nearly toppling over. The crowd erupted in laughter. Before heading to the pitch, Ronaldo pulled out a tiny earth trinket, a lucky charm from his hometown, and gave it a little toss. Time to show them how humans play. His relaxed, down-to-earth attitude confused some, amused others. But one thing was clear. No one could predict what Ronaldo would do next. Ronaldo's first matches were anything but ordinary. His opponents were from distant worlds, each boasting abilities that would make the greatest Earth players rethink their strategies. First up was HFY Lara, a shape-shifting predator from the Vraxin system, who could morph limbs into blades mid-match. As the game began, HFY Lara unleashed a flurry of swift attacks, aiming to overwhelm Ronaldo with speed and aggression. But Ronaldo just grinned and pulled out a small, blinking device, a laser pointer he'd smuggled from Earth. With a quick flick, he shone the red onto the shimmering armor of HFY Lara, who paused, confused and momentarily distracted by the tiny light. "Seriously?" HFY Lara hissed, eyes darting wildly. Ronaldo took the chance to sprint past, scoring a goal that sent the crowd into a frenzy. Next was Zernok, a towering silicon-based behemoth who could manipulate magnetic fields, attempting to control the ball mid-air. While others tried complicated anti-magnetic techniques, Ronaldo simply closed his eyes for a second and hummed an older tune, "Eye of the Tiger." Zernok's translator crackled in confusion. "What? Is this strategy?" Ronaldo's calm focus allowed him to predict the magnetic pulls instinctively, weaving to the field with uncanny precision and scoring yet again. The crowd roared louder with each match, marveling at the human who defied every expectation. Not through alien tech, but pure wit, boldness, and unpredictability. Every game brought a new challenge, but Ronaldo's quirky, fearless style was rewriting the rulebook. From his vantage point in the shadowed halls of the Nexus Coliseum, Zyrax the Unyielding scowled deeply. His multifaceted eyes glimmered with frustration as he replayed the footage of Ronaldo's latest match. The crystal-clear images showed the human weaving effortlessly through defenses, his moves unpredictable yet masterful, his armored fingers clenched. "This human, he isn't breaking the rules," Zyrax muttered in a voice like grinding metal. "No, he's breaking the game." For centuries, Zyrax had upheld the sacred traditions of the Galactic tournament, precision, honor, and discipline. Every play was a carefully calculated move, every match a ritualized dance refined over generations. But Ronaldo's style was chaotic, impulsive, and utterly unorthodox. It baffled the old champion. How can one so simple, so reckless, unsettle the pillars of our sport? He wondered aloud, pacing the length of his chamber. He doesn't rely on our advanced abilities or ancient tactics. He uses unpredictability, raw intuition. Yet beneath his irritation lurked something new, a grudging respect. If Ronaldo continued to defy expectation, if he could bend tradition without breaking it, then this match was no longer just a contest. It was a revolution. Zyrax's eyes narrowed. I will not be the last champion. This human, he may be the future. As Ronaldo's name blazed across the Nexus Coliseum's massive holoscreens, a wave of disbelief rippled through the intergalactic crowd. Betting markets from dozens of star systems flashed error codes and warnings. Error does not compute. Spectators whispered in hushed tones, their antennas twitching and scales shimmering in confusion. How does a human, with no gravity manipulation, no bioenergy powers, no shape-shifting, make it this far? One crystalline being murmured. He has no technique, no advanced training, only guts. Competitors who once dismissed Ronaldo now watched him with wary eyes. His unpredictable style, a blend of raw instinct and bold improvisation, was rewriting the very rules of the game. Officials debated in urgent conferences whether to allow his unconventional moves or call penalties, but the referee's AI systems registered no violations. The universe had never seen anything like this. The underdog from Earth was on the cusp of the final showdown against Zyrax, the Unyielding, the reigning champion who embodied centuries of tradition and discipline. Every pass Ronaldo made, every feint, every unexpected sprint, sent shockwaves through the crowd. Could this lone human defy the odds and prove that heart and unpredictability could topple centuries of cosmic expertise? The final match wasn't just a game anymore. It was a battle for respect, survival, and the future of football across the stars. The Nexus Coliseum was alive with electricity as Ronaldo and Zyrax faced off at the center of the field. The crowd, a swirling sea of alien forms and flickering lights, held its collective breath. Zyrax's eyes gleamed with cold precision. His movements were a masterclass in tradition, calculated, disciplined, and nearly flawless. With a fluid motion, he activated his signature move, the Temporal Assault, a dazzling spectacle where time seemed to fracture and loop, confuse his opponents in giving him the advantage. The field warped into an intricate mandala of shifting time loops, each replaying fragments of the match in endless cycles. The air buzzed with tension. Ronaldo simply smiled, reaching into his pocket to pull out his phone, an ancient Earth relic in this cosmic arena. Tapping quickly, he launched a metronome app. Turns out resonant frequencies work wonders in temporal constructs, he said with a grin, his steady beat slicing through the chaotic loops like a rhythmic anchor. The loops began to unravel. Zyrax's expression flickered from confident to stunned. He surged forward with precision strikes, but Ronaldo's adaptability made him unpredictable. Weaving between attacks, his style chaotic but effective. At one point, Ronaldo feinted a shot, then paused to shout, "Hey, Zyrax!" Ever tried a bicycle kick in zero gravity? Before Zyrax could react, Ronaldo spun midair, sending the ball arcing spectacularly past the champion's defenses and scoring a goal that left the stadium roaring. The crowd erupted, a mixture of shock, awe, and wild excitement. Zyrax's old ways were being challenged by something new, something unpredictable, human chaos, passion, and spirit. As the final whistle approached, the match wasn't just a game anymore. It was a battle between tradition and innovation, order and chaos, precision and heart. And in the end, what happened next? Well, you truly won't believe it. The final whistle echoed through the Nexus Coliseum, a sound that seemed to shake the very foundations of intergalactic sport. Ronaldo stood breathless but triumphant, the lone human who had done the impossible. Defeated Zyrax the Unyielding, the undefeated champion of 3 centuries. As the crowd erupted into a chaotic mix of cheers, gasps, and stunned silence, Zyrax approached Ronaldo, his formidable armor glinting under the stadium lights. The scales on his face shifted through complex patterns, finally settling into one of deep philosophical contemplation. Perfection, Zyrax admitted, voice calm but heavy, doesn't leave room for evolution. Ronaldo smiled, wiping sweat from his brow. He pulled out his lucky charm, the worn trinket from Earth, and gave it a gentle squeeze. Exactly, he said. Rules aren't limits. They're opportunities to be redefined. The victory was more than a win on the scoreboard. Ronaldo's unconventional style, fearless adaptability, and unyielding spirit had shattered centuries-old traditions and sparked a revolution in the way the game would be played across the galaxy. Spectators and competitors alike were left inspired. A reminder that sometimes the greatest power isn't in flawless technique or ancient rituals, but in the courage to be different and the heart to challenge the impossible. As Ronaldo looked out into the crowd, a quiet thought settled in his mind. This was just the beginning. As the stadium lights dimmed and the crowd slowly dispersed, Ronaldo sent a simple message back to Earth. Mission accomplished. Now, let's see what happens when the rest of humanity shows up. Across the stars, whispers spread like wildfire. Training grounds buzz with anticipation. Alien coaches revise their strategies, and entire civilizations brace for a new era, one where unpredictability and heart might just rewrite the rules of every game. Because if one human could shake the galaxy's greatest champion on a football field, what might they do next? Don't miss the next epic showdown. Hit that subscribe button and join the journey. Rocket Soccer Ball.